So she said that video was awesome. Brian Bean did his job. Let that man work for you. That's awesome.
Yes.
Money talks, but wealth whispers. She even got the message. Okay, Brittany said, yes, ma'am. I would like to send you another video. This one is about 40 minutes long, goes into depth. She told her how long it takes. Perfect. Everything you just heard and more about my econ. If you're interested, I'll send you over. If you are interested, I will send it over and we can schedule a follow-up on the phone sometime tomorrow. She said, sure, send me the link, please. Okay, let's go to the next one. We'll come back. All right. She said, sure, send me the link, please. Brittany said, great. What time would be good good time tomorrow? Here's my phone number, and may I have yours for confirmation? All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Here's where it gets a little tricky. She said, so basically what she's saying is, slow down. Not just yet. Let me look at the info. It may be a good fit for me. It may not be a good fit for me. She was just excited a minute ago. Now she and wouldn't want to waste your time if I'm not interested. I'll let you know after I view it. And he said, okay, no problem. Sent her the presentation. Okay. All right. And is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. No, she sent it over. She said, awesome, thanks. I'll be in touch. She said, you're welcome. I appreciate you not wanting to waste my time. Let me know if you're interested. We can schedule a follow-up sometime tomorrow. I'm pretty much free all day. Cool. All right. So I said, excellent. So I responded. All right. So, Ms. Bonetta, how can we help Brittany master this?
Well, I think according to what you have trained us already, we could have said, well, when you're ready, let me know. Then I'll send you the presentation. I think you didn't want us to send a presentation before they commit. I think you wanted us to get a commitment first, then we send the presentation. I think that's what you taught us.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I thought too. So I was hesitant to send the video. But,
okay. Okay. No, you fine, Brittany. No, this is training. So this is training. You are great. Don't worry. Trust me, you're gonna have 1,000 more of these. So don't worry. This is training. We're gonna get you really strong. And it's not for you, this is for everybody, but it's just a great example because you're putting in work and that's what we want. Dre, what you got? Thanks, Ms. Bonetta. You're right.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, I thought everything was perfect. I would say in that last message when she was scheduling out the follow-up,
Okay.
I would have broke that into maybe a couple conversations rather than it all being at once, so you can kind of control it more. So where it says, great, what time would you be good to call? My phone number is such and such, may I have? So I probably would have went, sure, send me the link, please. I said, I would, because she already said, let me see, it was okay. So I was like, okay, send me the link, please. And then I would have said, when should I follow up with you? So I kind of would say it in a way where they would have to answer in your favor. So I would have went ahead and said, okay, awesome. I can follow up you in an hour or tomorrow. Which one would be better? And then, okay, perfect.
Okay.
And then
you would break up the conversation.
Exactly. So that thing that she did, I thought was perfect. I would have just brung it up because usually when you throw it all, I've noticed when you throw it all in that one thing, they have that option to kind of to counter, so you can get what they call it mini commitments,
right,
to get them to commit to the phone number follow up.
Right. Okay.
But I thought it was perfect how she gave her number first because I use that one all the time. So I give my number and then say, okay, what's yours? That I can follow up with you. And then I would have probably said, usually, okay, so, when can you look at it? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, perfect. I have some time. When would be the best time to follow up with you? I can follow up with you in an hour, or would tomorrow be better? And then they would let me know, okay, tomorrow would be better. Awesome. I like to get on the phone just to make sure all your questions are answered and you fully understand. And then I would give my number and then kind of go from there.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Did you get that message I just sent you, Andre?
Yes, you good?
Probably.
Not you.
I didn't see it.
Are you good? Yeah, I got it. Are you good?
Yeah, I will be.
You good? You good? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Perfect. So we're just here. Not this is not about you. This is about everybody. Because even what Miss Bonetta was sharing, she said, as far as get the information before you send over the presentation. So as I mentioned before, so I'll break it down a little bit here. So she said, this is great training right here. So it says the video was awesome. Money Talks but Wealth Whispers. Great. So she said, yes, I would like to send. All right. So let me see. This one is about 40 minutes long. Okay. So she said, great. That video was awesome. Money Talks but Wealth Whispers. So my next question from there would be, would you like more information? Okay. And then she would say, yes. All right. So let's go to one of my conversations here. Okay. So here's one of my conversations, I think. She says, okay, I watched it. Or is that, that might be Brittany's. Hold on, let me see. I think I sent you something.
The one you just had up was yours.
Yeah. I'm just trying to learn how to navigate this thing myself. Let me minimize that. There we go. Let's try that again. All right. Okay. All right. So there it is right there. All right. Okay. All right, let me go back. Sorry about this. All right, so yes, that was something I like to do. Okay. All right. So pretty much like what Dre was saying, break it up. I'm trying to see here. Let's see here. What time is best for you today? We can do Tuesday. That's fine. Okay. So basically, what like Dre said, we were breaking up a bit. So what I did right here with this particular person,
To put them on the bed, so I'm just putting them on the bed.
I scheduled a. Let's see here. Nah, that's not. I don't have a good example. So what I'll do, I can't find one of my examples real quick. You had a chance to be, no, not my bad. Okay, no problem. Let me know if you had a chance to watch it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll just go right in this conversation here. So she says, hello. I have not heard of income shifting. Please send me more information. Great. Brittany sent it over to her. She said, great. It'd be a great time for me to watch it right now. She sent it over to her. That video was awesome. Money Talks but Wealth Whispers. And she did great. Yes, ma'am. I'd love to send you over another video. This one's about 40 minutes long. Goes into depth about everything you just heard about my econ. If you're interested, I'll send it over and we can schedule a follow-up on the phone sometime tomorrow. Okay. So what I would do there is my next question is, because of our system, our next question would be, would you like more information? Okay. And then she's going to say yes. And it says, I always respond like this: before I send you over that information. if one thing I learned from one of my mentors is be very upfront with people, let them know what's going on, and if they can't handle that, you got to be willing to let them go. If you come from a begging standpoint, then they're gonna get you every time. You got to be willing to let them go. You got to know in your heart and mind that you're gonna build a huge business. I read a book the other day. The guy says you got to come from success. So what that means is if your goal is to make 100 grand a year, your goal is to make 100,000 a month or 100 million a month, whatever, you need to come from that success as you approach this business. So when I say before I send this information over to you, my next step is I need to schedule a time to follow back up with you, and I'll tell her so that we don't waste each other's time. So then I schedule my follow-up, and then I'm like Dre said, I'm going to filter her out. So make sure y'all taking notes on this. So I'm going to schedule my follow-up with her, and I'll show you an example from one of my conversations. But I'm going to, and that's my filter. If she wants to stop there, then great. My next response is, I'm sorry, that's not how I work. That's not how I work. My time is very valuable, and I need to keep moving. So I'll address what she said. But my next question would be, would you like more information? She would say yes. Great. Before I send that information over to you, like she said, it's 40 minutes long. It's going to go into depth about everything you talked about and what we just talked about, what you heard. But before I send that over to you, I need to schedule a time that we can follow back up via telephone, right? And via telephone, what time is good for you? Okay, so let's say she said, okay, great. Wednesday, she would say Wednesday at 6 o'clock. So, like she said right here, great. What time would be good? And what happened? The reason why it started slipping right there is because that breaking point. You got to start filtering her out. So your next step is to schedule the follow-up. You kind of did it all at one time. So you schedule the follow-up, sent your phone number, and can I have your information? So, so that's why she got scared, because she didn't bite it one step at a time. Okay, so one step at a time. Allow people to disqualify themselves, not you try to get them. Okay, that's for everybody. Allow people to disqualify themselves, even if she don't know you. If she's serious and she liked what she heard, and again, this is a relationship here. Like I mentioned before, my presentation does not go to everybody. I'm not, I say it so people can really understand what I'm saying. Don't give up the draws so quick. We need to date a little bit, so we're gonna date. So I'm gonna take you out on a little date. You're gonna let me know when's a good time for us to get back on the phone. Okay, great. We could talk a little bit. Great. All right, we talked a little bit. Okay, now when can I get your number? Okay, here's my number. When's the best number for me to call you at? She's gonna respond, all right, with her phone number. All right. So let's see. And then next is, so she said, not just yet. Let me look over the info. It may not be a good fit for me. All right, so we just scheduled a follow-up. Let's say we scheduled a follow-up. Let's say she even, let's say she balked on me giving out her phone number. I would say at that point, Rosalind, I said, my time is very valuable. And here's what happens, y'all. Here's what's happening, Brittany. When you posture up, they realize they're dealing with a leader. If you allow her to push you around, she will continue to push you around. Okay? If they're serious and they're hungry, I've had people say, hey, I'm not giving you my number. I can't schedule a specific time to follow up. And I say, I'm sorry, I cannot send you my information. When you're ready to move forward, because my time is very valuable, I don't allow people to waste my time. When you're ready to roll, let me know. I appreciate your time. And they say, have a great day. And I say, have a great day. And I'll say a prayer for them. I feel sorry for them. It is what it is. I'm looking for people that's looking for me. Keep that in mind. So she says, not yet. Let me look at the info. It may not be a good fit for me. I wouldn't want to waste your time if I'm not interested. You just, now I've got to convince you. You just told me you was interested. You said you like what you saw. Okay, no problem. All right. So again, do not release the presentation if you don't get what this is a hostage situation, right? When you're doing a hostage situation, you give me a child, I'll give you 10 pizzas, right? You got to give me something before I give you something. I'm not just giving you everything I got and then she ain't gonna never get back with you. You have to know that she will never get back with you. You have to know that you're not holding her to a commitment to watch the information. So now she might, but for the most part, they won't. So this is training for everybody. All right. Any questions on that? Good stuff, though, Brittany. Good stuff.
No. Well, unfortunately, I just got back. I was kind of listening, but my clients had a little accident, so.
Okay, no problem. No problem. It's recorded. It's recorded. So,
I have
no
to
problem.
rewatch it.
No problem. But yeah, so it's like I said, it's great training for everybody. So I'm thanks for allowing us to utilize that. But also, what I want you to do, Brittany, is I want you to use your connection. When that goes like that, when she responds like that, you ain't going nowhere. I mentioned this to you before. She's not going anywhere. Reach out to me, reach out to Dre, show us what's going on, and allow us to coach you so you can get results.
Right.
All right? Awesome. You're going to do great. You're going to be a giant in this game. You keep moving at that pace. I promise you that you'll be an EVP gold in no time. And we're going to show you how to bring. This is how you recruit. This is how you get good at bringing people aboard. And I'm telling you this, you're moving at a faster pace than most people. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't think it's a spanking. It's a pat on the back. All right. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. So thanks for allowing us to use that example and use your lifeline. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. All right. Cool. All
Hey,
right.
Andre, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you know what? And I probably would have felt the same way Brittany felt, because like she did say, she said she was thinking about what I had said too. Because sometimes, because even you told me how to do that, just like you were saying a moment ago. You told me, but I thought it was going so slow. I was like, oh God, I gotta wait for this person to respond. But I understand now. I didn't understand at the beginning, but I was just doing whatever you told me to do. I said, this is going too slow. But I understand what you're saying now.
Uh-huh.
It's clearer.
Right. Okay. That's it. So yeah, we've had all these scenarios. There's not too many. You're not gonna get too many new scenarios that we haven't seen, because there's only so many things that people can say and do in these situations. Right. And I'm telling you, if you just hone in on the posture is where it's at here, guys. I'm telling you, I love it. Right. It's a beautiful thing, because it allows you to sleep at night. It allows you to get back and come back in the game tomorrow when you position yourself in a position of authority, and you don't have to beg people. You ain't got to beg people to do this. You don't have to just throw it at them and hope they join. We don't have to. It's $34.95. We have a phenomenal product. We have a phenomenal system. We have an awesome business opportunity. We have the cookie. We have the cookie. So if people want a piece of this chocolate chip cookie, they don't have to jump through some of our hoops, so that we don't waste time with our precious loved one, that your beautiful daughter that you have at home, your children, and you allow some joker out here to waste your time. Okay, so that's what we're trying to show you how to do. Not to be mean to people. We're not trying to be mean to you. We're trying to show you how to see how you want to make 60 grand a year doing this, 100 grand a year. Your time is worth $40 an hour, $100 an hour, $200 an hour. And you got to act like that. Okay. You have to act like you walk in that. And people, I'm telling you, it's amazing how people will respond. I'll be going out on a limb on people, and I'll be surprised how they respond. They'll be like, okay. And I'll be like, whoa, that was kind of gutsy, Dre. But they know what we do is great. You know, they're looking for something. Their situation demands that I find something better. And, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. All right. Any questions on that? Anybody have any questions on that?
Yeah, it's just awesome.
Awesome. Let's see here. All right. Real quick. What I want to talk about tonight is building this business. You know, is going wide. Real quick. So if you got your notepad real quick, I want you to take a few notes on this. We have 12 months. Mr. Stokes and Mr. Curry have made this business very easy for us. They're laying out the red carpet and showing us how to go infinity. Let me stop sharing this right here. They're showing us how to go infinity. They've cut it in half. They cut up going EVP Gold in half. They cut going platinum in half, Dre. Everybody has the ability right here to come in here and succeed and make money, and that's what we want to do. We want to capitalize on that. I'm gonna be bold enough to let some of y'all know that I've unfriended or unfollowed a lot of people in my econ from Facebook because I need to focus. I can't be focused on what everybody else is doing. I need to be focused, put my blinders on, and go and build this thing. If you get too caught up in what everybody else is doing, you get lost in the sauce. Okay, so some people I'll be like, "What are you doing over here?" That's seconds away. I'm looking, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" You know, people just be blowing my mind and stuff that they're out here doing. I have to do what works best for me and build freedom for my family, which is what I came here to do, not to focus on what everybody else is doing. Okay, so that hopefully that can benefit some people, but we have to get rid of any distractions that's going on because we got 12 months. Mr. Stokes just extended this thing for 12 months, and I told Wade, who was supposed to be on the call, I told Wade, I said, if you hit infinity, I said, we want 10 infinities walking across the stage with us in June next year. 10.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. There he is. Oh, he got a new number. I'm sorry. Right away. So I told Wade we want 10 infinity. I want Wade to be one of those infinities going across the stage. If you 500 active associates on your team is very doable if you do what I'm getting ready to talk to you about tonight. 500 active associates on your team at $8 in residual income infinity, that's over $4,000 a month in just residual alone. Okay, that will set a lot of people in a good position. Initially getting started, that would definitely set you free so that you can go build this business with everything in you over the next 2 to 3 years. So let's take these next 12 months, capitalize on that, get on that infinity contract so that you can be free, all right, to go build this business. If the $4,000 is enough for you to say, I'm there, I'm good, I'm gonna stop right there, then residual, because you have the other bonuses coming too, then great. But if you need a platform so that you can be free to go build this thing to 10 grand a month, to 20, 30, let's go to work this year to make that happen. Now, the key to doing that, guys, is going to be going wide. Okay, we have to go wide. I had talked to a few people a while back about going deep and driving lines, and that's great. That's something we want to really get good at, but that's training our people. But one of the things that listening to a mentor of mine, Hector Lamarck, he said that going wide, and also Brian Bean, and I'll share with you what he told me as well. He says you will make a living by going deep, but you won't get big. Okay, the few things that you can control in this business is number one is going wide. That's what you can control because you're personally bringing people aboard and you're field training them. Okay, so you bring a person aboard and you field train them to either EVP or EVP Gold. You can't, bottom line is we cannot control what Brittany's going to do. I cannot control what Dre is going to do. I cannot control what Miss Bonetta or Wade is going to do, or Miss April. I can only control what Dre's going to do. So he said that's the very few thing that you can do in this business to control what you're going to do. Okay, so if I'm personally bringing aboard people and getting good at training them to at least EVP, then that's what I need to be focusing on, and I need to go very, very wide. So that's number one. Number two is, he says, it's a sure, the reason why you want to go wide, because it's the sure thing to create stable and consistent income. Okay, he likened it to a cylinder and an engine. I know nothing about cars, but I'm gonna use his example. Okay, he said if you have a 2-cylinder motorcycle, right, 2 cylinders, and one of those cylinders went out, you're not going to reach your destination where you're trying to go. But if you're driving a V12, he said, with 12 cylinders, you can lose 4 or 5 or 6 of them and still probably get to where you're trying to go. So basically he's saying is if you go wide and you got all these cylinders working, you got all these people in your organization that's working, you still can hit your goal because you've gone wide. You've gone very, very wide. Okay. He says some people will come in this business and will work the strategies, and 10, 15, 20 years, they'll hit personal financial success. And he said, that's awesome. That's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he said, why not go big? Why not build this thing over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, build you a huge income, and by going wide and just working your tail off and building something huge for your family. Okay. So that's number 2. Any questions on that? Any questions on that? One of the things Brian Bean said, when Brian Bean they said Brian Bean came in here and built the fastest. He grew the biggest team faster than anybody has come in my econ. And one of the things that I'll never forget that he said on his training call, I heard it, but I didn't do it. I heard it. He said he went 200 wide. He went 200 wide fast, okay? And now his business is set, right? So that's those 200 cylinders that I was just talking about. So we have to go wide, personally bring people aboard, right? And then field train them. Okay, number 3, why go wide? He said it's the best way to create the highest business value if you ever decide to sell your business. Let me use an example. If Wade built 2 Infinities in this business, but Miss Bonetta has 60 Infinities, whose business is going to sell for the most? Okay, right? Wade only has 2 Infinities, and Miss Bonetta has 60 Infinities, right? If 30 of those Infinities quit, there's still 30 more there. Okay, so and I'm talking about first generation Infinities. So she's got a huge team, right? Versus Wade with just 2 Infinities. His business won't be of much value. Miss Bonetta's business will be of a lot of value. Okay, so you want to go wide. You want to build as many Infinities as possible in your organization. All right. Primerica is a company out of Atlanta that Art Williams was the founder of Primerica. Citigroup purchased Primerica for $1 billion. Okay. Now, other companies, other agencies have a lot of people that have insurance licenses, okay, or investment licenses. That's what Primerica does. However, why didn't they purchase those? Because they purchased that Primerica business, Citigroup, because Primerica had over 100,000 licensed agents. They had the biggest team, right? Art Williams got a check for $1 billion for that company because they purchased the licenses, they purchased the people that were in that business. So you want to go wide and build you a huge business and build you a huge team, because that's what makes your business valuable. Okay, check this out. Number 4, why go wide? And this is my last point. Number 4, he says, go wide because the comp plan tells you what to focus on. I didn't really pay attention to this until he said that today. And I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, man, you know, I'm at a platinum, we get $15 and from super team bonuses. Okay, so that means when any of the EVPs and Young Wealth Builders team, um, any of the EVPs do business, then we'll receive an override check of $15. Okay, you know, that's, I mean, I'm sorry, as a platinum, $12.50 actually. Infinity is 15, so we get $12.50. However, when I personally bring somebody aboard, we get 35. When I field train somebody in my base shop to EVP, we get 25. So the comp plan tells you exactly what we need to be, what they want us to do. Okay. The super team bonuses, you get 5, 10, 12.50, and $15. Little chump change out there. But if we personally bring somebody aboard, we get 35. And we field train people in our base shop to EVP, we get 25. So the comp plan is set up to tell you what it is that the company wants us to do and how to make more money. So you ask yourself, will I rather have 35s, 25s, or 5, 10s, and 15s? Okay, so that's why you want to go wide. The wider you go, the more 35s you get, and the more people that you field train to EVP, the more 25s you get. So if I'm going to work, I want to maximize the income, right? So Cortez just went to the convention and he received a bonus check for what? For $1,000, I think it was, and then another one for $2,000. What was that for? Personal production, okay? For going wide, for having the most people enter into his base shop, and all the other people that got checks. So the company lets us know how to build. All right. Now, so he said everything is with. He said if you want a big business, go wide. He said if you want to make a lot of money, go wide. If you want first generation EVPs, get wide. He says, like it or not, you gotta get wide. He said any other focus, if you focus on anything other than getting wide, he said then is based upon ignorance, or is because we're lazy to do what's going to benefit us the most. Okay, so he's talking about me, and Hector Lamarck makes roughly probably about $5 million a year right now. Okay, has a huge business, and one thing I know about Hector Lamarck that I'm talking about is that in his company he has more people, first generation people, making more money than anybody in the entire company. So the man obviously knows what he's talking about, and he has more $1 million earners than anybody in the company. He has more 6-figure earners than anybody in this company, because he said, I focus on going wide. All right. Now, here's the problem, and I'm talking about me. All right. He said most people won't reach their true potential because they're unwilling to personally recruit and field train. Okay. He said they'll go a short time and they'll do it for a short period of time because they see no other way. And he said, but once they start making money and get comfortable, they slow down and start trying to manage. Okay. He said he sees it happening over and over and over again. We make a little bit of money, we get comfortable, and then we start managing our team. He said if a person can stay focused long enough to go wide, field train those people, continue going wide and field train, continue to go wide and field training, you'll make more money, you'll build all those cylinders, right? You'll go very wide and you build a huge business. Now, I'm gonna end with this. Any questions on that? What's easier? So my goal over the next 12 months is, and I'm gonna keep saying it, I'm gonna put myself out there. My goal is to build over 60 EVP goals over the next 12 months. Now, the best way to do that is for me to personally bring aboard somebody, okay? And instead of trying to help that person build a whole business of going EVP Gold, if I can help that person, if I can help Wade bring aboard 4 people, 3 to 4 people, let's say 4 people, and help him to field train those 4 people to EVP, guess what? Wade is now an EVP Gold, right? And here's what the focus is. I'm only focusing on the things that Wade can control. I'm only focusing on the things that I can control, right? So if Wade's focused on getting somebody personally and bringing them aboard and helping them to get to to go EVP and one outside their base shop so they can be in their base shop. He's done what he can do, what he can control. He can't control if that person is going to go deep, okay? He'll learn how to go deep because we'll teach how to do that, because that person say, hey, I want to build, I'm committed, I want to do it, and then he can work with them. But what he can control, and I'm not saying don't, Dre, I'm not saying don't go deep, I'm not bringing mixed messages here. I'm not saying don't drive lines down deep, 6 deep. I'm not saying don't do that. What I'm saying is what you can control when those people start slowing down or stop doing what they say they're going to do, what you can control is to go get you somebody else and train them to EVP. Keep going wide. Keep going wide. Build them to EVP goal. Keep going wide. When people flake off, which they will do, that's just the nature of the beast, you go wide. Okay? Go wide. So that's what my focus is going to be. So if you're looking to get promoted to platinum, focus on what you can do. How many EVP, how many people personally do you need to bring in? And how many of them can you get to EVP before you hit platinum? Okay, so basically it's 120 to platinum, right? So you need to, let's say you bring in 20 people personally, you go 20 wide, help those 20 get 3, right? 20 times 3 is 60, right? That'll put you, plus the 20, that's 60 times 20 is 80. You still got 40 more to go platinum. Now, will those teams go deep? Will those teams build? Yes, they will. But I'm only going to focus on what I can do personally for myself, because that's what I can control. If you start trying to manage people, and this is where I'm always, I'm learning to get better. If I try to manage people and try to get them to produce and get them to grow, it's not going to happen. And that's what Hector is saying here. It's not going to happen. Your business will get stagnant and you'll stop making money. So our job is to continue holding our skills, and those people that want to build, want to grow, those are the ones that's on this call right now. Those are the ones that are here right now, and that's where you get the training, and then we pour what it is that we're learning and what we're doing to those who show up, and they're going to go build. Okay, now here's the vision, and I'm out. Anybody questions, any comments?
Now, when you said about managing people, what do you mean? Can you explain that?
Yeah, well, what I say is, when you start trying to manage your whole team or manage everybody or get other people to produce, and focus on bringing them all in. And let's give an example of like Dre. Dre's an EVP Gold. If I spend my time trying to manage Dre to get to platinum, I mean, I can work with him. I can share with him what I'm learning or whatever. We can do that. But if I'm trying to manage him, then I'm not doing what I need to be doing. But I need to be going wide. I need to be going to get more people. He's an EVP Gold. He's almost a platinum. There's nothing more I can do, right? As long as he keeps plugging in the training, he's going to get better. But if I'm trying to spend time getting him going, hey, what you doing? Well, yeah, every 2 or 3 days, or if I have EVPs that's here, just trying to manage everybody. But if I keep doing what I'm doing and leading from the front and building and then working with those who come to training, I have a responsibility to go make money and build a business for my family. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and then you want to work with those people that are hungry, who show up, who do what they need to do, and then now you're going to start building a solid business. But I'm a perfect testimony of people who of trying to manage my team, manage what everybody else is doing, and I'm not making money. You see what I'm saying? Trying to help everybody else go places, but I'm not making money personally. So that's what management means.
Okay.
Or trying to what we call raise the dead. Okay. Raise the dead. My upline and with my last company, they were very good at that, trying to raise the dead. Go call this person, see what they're up to. Go find somebody new, train them, get them field trained, teach them the business, and get them up and running. Go find somebody else. And that's the hard part of the business is, like he was saying here, is that most people won't reach their true potential because they're unwilling to personally recruit and field train. They don't want to go and do like Brittany's doing, talking to new people every day, leading from the front. bringing aboard new people. They just want to wait for their teammates to bring them people and try to close them. Okay, that's managing people. All right. So I need to be constantly bringing in new and fresh blood. Now we're going to get good at as I told Wade and Mr. Panetta earlier today, is that we're going to get better at our closing. Right now we have the 4 questions, and I got that from Myron Golden. What did you watch the information? What did you like best about what you saw? What questions do you have? That works. Any other questions, to the end? Sounds like you're ready to get rolling. Okay, that works. But as we continue to build, as we get stronger, my new questions, Dre, is going to be everything that it takes for a person to be successful here. If you're willing to do those things, then you can come aboard my team. I'm going to be very selective of who I bring aboard, and we'll talk about this another time. But when you start setting goals for yourself, when you start locking in your income goal, right, do this. I'm going to tell you this real quick. Number 1, get you an income goal. Right? Get you an income goal. Number 2, set a date to reach that income goal. Watch how serious you become about this business. Watch how you will not let people waste your time. Okay?
Right.
If you want to make 100 grand or get to 50 grand by June of next year, 100 grand or 50 grand, then sit down and look at the compensation plan and find out how many people you need on your team to do that, and how can you personally build a team that will allow you to reach that goal. And see how serious you need to get. Now you won't let people waste your time. I gotta move. I gotta rock and roll. I told Dre. I told Ms. Panetta and Wade, and I'm gonna talk to Miss April afterwards. Y'all got 35, 45 days. Y'all need to be EVP Gold, because I'm about to rock. I'm about to give me 5 new people, bring them in August, and teach them how to get the EVP Gold. So we can't mess around, right? I can't have y'all be EVP Gold for 6 months to a year. EVPs. That ain't happening. We gotta get them on out. Right? Or we just got to keep moving. All right. So when I bring people aboard, I told Wade, look, for first 2 weeks, if a person hasn't hit EVP in 30 days, it might not be the time for you to build right now. I got to keep moving. Continue to plug in, keep doing what you're doing. I got to go get me somebody else. I got to keep working with 5 to 6 people at all times. All right. If they haven't hit EVP gold in 90 days, 15 people, I got to move on. I got to go find somebody else. I'd rather be working with 5 to 6 serious people at all times. That's how we got to move this thing. And I'm just going to be personal real quick. If I hit 60 EVP goals by this time next year, we'll have over 1,000 people on our team. Okay. If those 60 EVP goals, this is my goal that I put in place. I want to have over 100 EVP goals. All right. If those 100 EVP goals, check this out, are their organizations, because I'm 100 wide, if their organizations are producing a minimum of 10 new associates a month, 100 times 10 is what?
1,000.
1,000. Okay. So guess what? We're producing every single month, 1,000 new associates a month. Okay. So that is, in super team bonuses alone, as an EVP Infinity, that's 15,000 a month in just super team bonuses. Just super team bonuses. Okay. Now, as far as residual, 1,000 people joining our organization a month, our hierarchy a month, that means that as an Infinity, my residual is what? What's the Infinity for, the residual for an Infinity?
$8, I believe.
$8 a month. Okay. So $8 a month times 1,000 is $8,000 every month. So if 1,000 people a month are joining our team, 1,000 people a month are joining your team, that means your residual is going up by $8,000 after the 5-month thing kick in. Every month, our residual will go up by $8,000 a month. Every month. Okay. And on top of that, in 10 months, 10 times 8 is what? $80,000 a month. How much is $1 million a year? $83,000 a month. Okay. So, and once we get our organization to 1,000 new active associates a month, 10 months from there, our income will be at $1 million a year. Okay. So I need to get there like yesterday. So I ain't messing around. So I'm about to be obsessed with making $1 million a year. Okay. So we can have ourselves in position to take advantage of whatever my econ is about to do over the next 4 or 5 years, and you need to do it too. So I need you to get you an income goal, which we'll be talking about on Thursday. What's your income goal? And I need to get you a time frame to hit that goal. And you need to look at the compensation plan. We'll talk more about that too, so that you can figure out what is it that you need to do. But the only thing that I can control is getting me 5 or 6 new directs each month and help training them to EVP goals for the most part over the next 12 months. So 5 people a month times 12 months, that's 60. I got me a game plan. What's your game plan? That's 60 EVP goals that I'm pushing for. All right. And then in the next 12 months after that, do another 60. So we got to work hard for about 2 years, bust our butts for 2 years, and it's game over for the rest of our life. Game over, right? If I want to stop working, stop doing whatever, we can do that. That's what you want. That's what we want. Okay. So we already know the system. We already know what to do. So we just gotta, and last but not least, we have to make sure, have to make sure that we're working with serious people. That's it. So I'm not just gonna be bringing anybody on, right? I'm only gonna be working with serious people, right? And so, like I said, these are the things that you're gonna have to be able to do in order to even work with me, because I don't have time. I'm not gonna be playing with people. All right. So it's like, let's rock and roll. Cool. Any questions on that?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, when you hit the EVP goal and stuff, to get there, that's 25 active people in your team.
15.
I thought it was 25.
15.
Oh.
15
well,
right now. It's a promotion for the next 12 months. If I'm
Oh.
not mistaken. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. I think it's 15.
Oh, well, anyways,
Mhm.
those people, like, for example, Cindy, Brian, Stella,
Uh-huh.
is that part of my team, or is that just the base shop? Is that included? Like, if she added somebody and they add somebody and they add somebody, are those 3 people still in the
Yeah,
meeting?
yeah, yeah. We're gonna do probably on Thursday. I'll probably go through the compensation plan so you understand it. I'll pull it up on the screen so you can see it. We'll go through the compensation plan so you understand what you need to do. But your first 2 people goes to your uplines base shop. So you hit EVP. Your third person goes into your base shop. So now you're in your base shop. So after that, you need 15 people in your organization, that come through your base shop. But I forgot the stipulations, but I think a maximum of 3 or 5 or something can come out of your base, and then you need a couple of EVPs. So the best way to do it is to, again, recruit you 4 people, right, and help them go EVP, help them get 3. Recruit you 4 people and help them go and get 3. So you want to do that in 30 45 days. Where did I get that from? Mr. Spencer. Mr. Spencer came and LeCapra sat down with us and said, you should be hitting EVP gold in 35, 45 days. Okay. EVP platinum, person come in, they need to be going platinum in less than 5 months. A lot less than 5 months. Because that's when that residual kick in. And when that residual kicks in, we want them already at a $5 a month residual. And they're making pretty good money. Anywhere between $600 and $1,000 a month residual income. So that's a beautiful thing. That's a mortgage payment right there. So we gotta go to work. We're gonna dominate the stage in June. We want to have more infinities. We want to work. We gotta work. We gotta work. It's most people aren't out here working. They out here playing, and they out here trying to get quick upfront income, so they can smile and cheese, right? But we want to build a business that stands the test of time, and can take care of our families. And the recognition and all that stuff is gonna come. The trophies are gonna come. But if we focus, keep the main thing. We'll shine in the end. We will shine in the end. Okay. Cool, cool. Any questions? Good question on that, Brittany. So, use me. I'm here. And I'll just say this, Miss April, if you don't have any questions, I think we just really had our talk just now. And I can just share this too real quick. I'm available, guys. Use me as much as possible. I will not be chasing a lot of people down, asking what's going on, but I will be meeting with all my direct EVPs on a weekly basis on the weekend so that we can get work done throughout the week. But and basically we'll use that time, the one-on-one time, to pretty much gauge where you're at, how everything is going, also to role play on closing. And we're going to do a lot of role playing on getting people started, because personal recruiting and field training is what's most important, Dre. So getting people off to a great start. You got to get good at getting people off to a great start. I work on that incessantly. I work on that all the time. That's why I did that Promote Me to Infinity sheet, because that takes a lot of work, and that's why it took me so long to get that done. And I also got a book that I just completed too, called Young Wealth Builders, the 6 Ps, the 6 Ps book. So I've typed up everything. Y'all gonna love it. I typed up everything, every step: prospect, peak and pass, present, is how to invite. Everything is all in there to get to your new teammates. They read that book. If they can't watch the video, they want to read. It's got the scripts in there. It's got tell them how to do a follow-up, tell them how to do edify, everything. Okay, I just completed it today. I got to proofread it. I'll even send it to y'all to proofread, make sure I don't have any mistakes, and then I'll PDF it and you can get it out. But we have to duplicate the 6 Ps, get very good at closing, really good at posturing up, and you gotta get great at moving people to duplicate, to getting them off to a great start. So that's what we're working on. So what I mean is that sheet, if you want to use that sheet, Promote Me to Infinity sheet, all you need to do is take that sheet and go down every step that I put on that sheet, practice saying it to a new recruit to get them up and running. Practice that, so that's how you're going to get them off to a good start. And if you need to tweak it or whatever, then do that. But we want to get them up and running and get them moving. We want to get a new teammate in the field as quickly as possible, okay? We want to get them to EVP in their first week, no later than their second week. If it's taking them 30 days, it's either your fault or theirs. You're not getting that list quick enough, right? You're not getting them on the phone quick enough. We got to get the people moving and showing them some success right away, okay? So very, very, very imperative. When we become masters of those few things, it's game over, yo. It's game over. Nobody's doing that, I promise you. They just recruiting them and throwing them to the wind. Recruiting them and throwing them to the wind. Do your W-4 and let us know what you've done, all right? They're teaching them to be income shifters, which is great. Nothing wrong with that. But we're here to build a business, all right? Cool. And then last but not least, I got that WUFU form, since I got everybody right here. Miss April's the only one that's been filling it out. We're going to start keeping track. I pinned it in the Young Wealth Builders group, and I tagged, I think, all of y'all that's on here right now. We want to start filling that out before we turn in, make it a habit. I haven't even been doing it, but we want to start making it a habit of filling that out each night before we go to bed, especially Monday through Friday. Weekends is fine, but definitely Monday through Friday. What are you doing? And let me see here. Let me pull it up real quick. I don't have time. I'm past my time. But fill that out each night. And what I'll do is I'll fill it out, and then I'll post so that you can see what I'm doing. It holds me accountable as well. But you got to start seeing what you're doing, and and why you're not having a success, or why you are having a success that you want. Okay, and that way I can see how we can help. All right. So last but not least, again, use us, Brittany. Use us. You're doing great. use us. Please allow us to coach you through getting these people on. You're getting them, and that's great. So allow us to help you do that. Ms. Bonetta, you're doing awesome. Keep putting me on the phone with people. Keep putting this in front of people, and we're gonna practice on getting you closing and bringing aboard new teammates. Ms. April, keep doing what you're doing. Keep talking to people. We got to see how we can continue to how we can convert them and see where if there's any breakdowns or anything. Wade, we just got to get up and running. Right? We got to talk so that we can put together a game plan and get you to platinum, and see what you need to put in place and how we can just crush this thing, y'all. So I believe I would rather have a tight knit team that's focused all day long than to have 1,000 people on this call right now. Okay, I want a team that we can go in, guns out, and go in and take the land. Let's go take the land. Let's all be on this stage, get Infinity's trophies, build an organization right from here, and getting our trophies and residual income for our family long term. All right.
Yes.
Cool. Anything? Got anything for me?
Can you send me the recording tonight so I can listen to the part I missed?
Absolutely. Attempt to upload it tonight. I might turn in. I might get it tomorrow at the latest. I got to get up early.
Okay,
But,
tomorrow's fine.
Okay. Cool. All right. Dre, you still there? Dre probably asleep.
I'm with you.
Right on. Dre just moves, y'all, so I know he getting things together too. Wade is in the process of moving as well. And Miss Bonetta, I did tell Wade what you said, that make sure he know that people be watching him.
You told me I had my eye on him.
Yeah. Good. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Let's go in. Let's go in.
Okay.
Let's go. Talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right, boss. Have a good one.